Hey guys, welcome back to Life Up Education TV. So today we're gonna talk more about Japanese philosophies, and actually I can't stop making videos on this topic because for one, I'm getting a lot of good feedbacks, and then for two, I feel like no one's on the internet is really talking about it. So I think this is an interesting topics in general. Okay, the first one I wanted to discuss today goes, we are fools whether we dance or not, so might as well dance. And I like this quote because it's kind of like, universally speaking, we are not smart. we can think all we want, like we can think we are, but in reality we're not. Universally speaking, we have so many things we don't even know about. You know, there's another person that I heard talking. He said something really impactful. I still can't forget. He says, if you're smart, you're confused. If you are stupid, you're confused. And actually, perhaps if you're smart, you're probably even more confused. So what does it mean? It means that life is about figuring out how to use your confusion to your benefit. And I thought, when I heard that, I was like, whoa, this is so true. And I think I kind of see the example here, the two concepts, right? So, you know, you can, it's an insecurity, it comes from insecurity. Like you think you're so better than everybody else, just like you think you know so much better than everybody else. Like in reality, no, like no one has figured anything out. So I think we shouldn't focus on like who's better, like who's smarter. Like in the end of the day, that really doesn't matter. Like I feel like we should just focus on, you know, we're all stupid, let's just be happy. That's the best we can do. And yeah, so that's why I wanted to pick this quote, because I wanted to kind of like point that out. And I think that's the best approach we can have, honestly. Okay, the next one. We should not forget our beginner's spirit. 初心忘れべからず. This is another powerful one. I think I talk about this a lot, actually. Like when you actually forget your beginner's spirit, like the moment you forget that, you actually becomes too soft to like keep fighting with your competitors, because everybody, like a lot of people want whatever you want right now, right? And whoever who can contain the same amount of like energy, humility, edge, sharp, like ambition, in the end of the day wins, because that person wants more than others. And I think when you get too comfortable, when you're getting too comfortable, when you get like the moment you get too comfortable that you're not willing to do the work that it takes for that person to get whatever they want, like you lose for the people who are more hungrier. Like you lose for the people who are more willing. And that's how it should be. That's how the competition should be. Like hard work should be rewarded and not matter. Like no matter who you are, like competition work that way. Like the winners, the people who deserve, people who are willing to put in the work, like with, you know, more hunger, more like, you know, ambition, like work should pay off. Like work should create the results, like in the end. I'm talking about like a long-term game. So that's the spirit. I think yeah, like when you get too comfortable, makes sense that you lose. So that's what I wanted to talk about. Okay, the next one. Even when days and months are long, life is short. This is true, like depending on the perspective, but I definitely believe that. I think my life is so long and so short at the same time. Like it's the most confusing concept, but I definitely feel the both, like in daily life. But especially I feel like I'm so young, like I can do anything. I feel like I'm already naked. I don't have anything to lose, right? But at the same token, I feel like I can die tomorrow. Like what if, and it is possible, like this actually happens, like what if I actually get some sort of like really serious disease, all of a sudden tomorrow I find out that I can't even get out of bed? Like would I be feeling so shitty that I didn't do everything I could do when I was fine? Or would I be feeling exactly the way I feel like, whoa, like, but at least I got to do whatever I wanted, whatever the fuck I wanted to do when I was fine, right? Like, and another thing I often think about is like, in that situation, me, what would I want to do? And if the answer aligns with what I do now, then that's when I know that I'm in the right track in my life. Okay, the next one. Fear is only as deep as your mind allows. This is true. I spoke about this before, but compared to happiness, like fear, sadness, like all these like negative feeling carries a way heavier weight, like compared to like more lighter, like happy feeling, right? And yeah, so that's why like fear is only like, it can get as deep as you let it, because in reality, like we are the one who's attaching the meanings to each event. Like events don't necessarily have any meaning to it. It's a perspective, like the kind of perspective we have here is the final like determinator of what the event meant, right? Like event means for like each one of us. So the same thing as fear, like fear doesn't necessarily exist there, but that's something you create in here, up here. Same thing as happiness, same thing as sadness, same thing as everything. Like I can show someone the same event, like I can show a group of people the same event, and then people have different opinion about it. So you know, the degree in which you experience certain emotion is also controllable up here. That's my point. Okay, the next one. Be not afraid of going slowly, be afraid of standing still. And beginning is easy, continuing is hard. Right, so this is completely true. So going slow is okay. Actually, it builds your character, makes you stronger. Because, you know, I've touched on this before already, but the quick success only builds your ego, but slower and more heavier, like, success actually let you work, let you build your character, that like makes you stronger, better, more capable, because it's not like short term, like it's not strategy. So it builds your character, and I think it's kind of saying the same thing here. Be afraid of standing still, like well, not afraid necessarily, but like what counts is your determination, what counts is your perseverance, because a lot of people can dream, but not everybody achieves it. So that's basically my point. Just like, you know, ideas are shit, execution is the game, right? The same thing. Anyway, so that being said, this is the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.